Welcome back. Last Grindmaster stage. This one better be interesting. I have a feeling it will be. It won't necessarily start off interesting. Okay, so we've got some working paths already. Oops. It's a bit hard sometimes to tell, especially with your character blocking the way and some of these rails turning really hard and stuff like that, and the low resolution that the Wii has. It's hard sometimes telling whether you need to jump for another rail or not. Also, the rails curve up and down. At least there are lights, I guess, at the end of the rails to signify you should jump. Yep, thought things are going to be getting interesting around here. Oh, jeez. Ah. I'm not accepting that. I want to see the whole thing. That gets crazy, though. I still haven't quite gotten the hang of balancing when you're going around really sharp turns here. I actually landed on the rail for a second there. Doing tricks actually seems to be a way to keep yourself from snapping onto rails from really far away if that's something that you don't want to do. So I think that area there is actually the end of the whole thing. It's just that you can try to ride rails the whole way down to get a lot more grind length, as opposed to just dropping down to the end immediately. There's an interesting design that takes advantage of the fact that it's grinding distance that matters, not how far you get distance-wise. There's still a rail there you can grind up, though. And then things just get crazy. Ah! It's really hard not to overcompensate. And you don't really get like a nice balance meter or anything to work with. You just have a visual indication of whether your character is falling off or not. Aside from whether they're panicking. And I got the required distance my first try on this, but even so, I'd like to actually get to see everything here. Ooh. Don't make too many assumptions about whether you're gonna snap to a rail, I guess. Sometimes you'll snap to a rail as you're moving upwards, which is what I thought would happen there, which I was wrong about. It's funny to me how all these, at least the last two, I don't know about the first one, they start off easy with normal rails and then things get crazy once the boost rails come into play. Yep, see, sometimes you hops like that because the game snaps you to a rail before you even. Oh, I didn't realize there was more rail there. Jeez, I thought that was the end. Okay, I shouldn't have done a trick there. I think it's best to be gentle though if you're trying to balance. Because I find it really easy to overcompensate and fall off in the opposite direction. Doesn't take much to correct your balance. So this part here is the balance test. Yeah, it really doesn't take much. Ah, oh, come on. There's more to do here. Jeez, this goes on long. I guess I shouldn't have jumped at that one point, though. We had a lot of rails in a row where you didn't have to jump off them. Was it because you didn't have time to react? Then all of a sudden, when were you? Or I guess it would be better for you not to jump. Oh. Alright, I gotta be a bit more careful with doing tricks. It's a fun little tip to have. That looks cool, but... in lots of cases here, really... yeah, I shouldn't be jumping on lots of these, actually. But I don't really feel like trying to guess and then having that happen. Right, just don't make a transfer. Because I assumed I didn't have to jump. But I guess that's one secret for getting just a little bit more length out of your grinding. Knowing when and when not to jump. And since you can get the requisite distance just here, I figured there wouldn't be much more, but I was wrong. Yeah, again, you can't really see what I'm doing at any given time, so you can't really see why it is that I do or don't lose my balance in a given spot. Oh, come on. I never know. It feels kind of inconsistent sometimes whether or not you snap to a rail. Yeah, like that. Like that's a pretty big snap here. Where you just move totally laterally. And I'm just turning very, very gently on these parts, which makes Granny look like she's not reacting at all to the turns. But I do have to do something to maintain my balance there. You just can't see it. See, there I snapped from pretty far away. See, there I should not have jumped at all, apparently. Which I thought I would have wanted to. There you go, I was actually at the very end, but... that is cool, though. It was actually fun having one that took more effort to perfect. I'm probably gonna... I've been skipping lots of good thumbnail opportunities in the replays lately. I'll actually take this one. I don't know if this one will look better at night or not. I don't know if there will be many lights to see or anything in the vertical section. Look how fast he's going, jeez. Here comes Granny. careful. Alright. How's that done? You do this pretty quickly now. And also, in terms of episodes, I have one more to record this week again. I will have another extra episode this week just to get my episode numbers back on track. But then after that, I'll actually do 5 episodes per week again, instead of 6. We're getting pretty far along here. Maybe you should just take out all of the random fair mini games. Otherwise, I think it's going to take a bit too long doing all the glass harp stuff. More blue balloons that aren't going to do anything for us. So weird to me that they call this a secret area. That's kind of disappointing, to be perfectly honest. How easy it is to get down here. I don't think that's very interesting in comparison to the secret area we found in the last resort. Hopefully the next 2 resorts have more interesting secret areas. I do also have to, got an captain to do it now before I forget. I have a drawer with controllers in it that tends to damage the controllers, so I need to be careful with that. Yeah, look at all these levels. Yeah, I can get started on these actually, just so I don't forget to do the sword fighting. Since we're already here. I don't know if the game gives you anything at any point for checking off all the boxes in these Motion Plus games, but I point the screen's kind of a pain. Because my sense bar's in a weird place and it has some wires in front of it. So you get more charge from getting damage than dealing damage. Fair enough. You got it perfect. Bonk. Like a motion controller. And that little open cutscene there. Jeez. There we go. So to say, why is there no music here? Oh. Now people try to rotate there. Now people try to rotate their shields as they're blocking. Very nice. And this really is just a slightly less polished version of swordplay in Wii Sports Resort. The weird thing is you don't really slash at any point, you just kind of, like, lightly... Darn it. Ring out and defeat at the same time. You just kind of, like, slowly wave your sword over your opponent. I guess if you have energy beams, they can, like, burn people and whatnot. That makes sense, doesn't it? Anyways. Combat changes when you have laser swords. Yeah, we'll do the other two of that next time. Everyone. And then, I guess, probably some fair stuff.